It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We're at Chesapeake Energy Arena in downtown OKC. Tonight, it's the Oklahoma City Thunder getting set to match up with the New Orleans Pelicans. Our opening tip won by the Thunder as we get started in OKC. The screen sets him up for two. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
OKC ball. Ball. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
And the basket good at the rim.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas, or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Got it at the line. Paul. 4-3. Misfires. It's no good. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the game.
Shot no good there by Gallinari. To Holiday. Beyond the arc for three. And Drew Holiday. Good on the quick release.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up a three.
Paul into the front court. Down 6. Has a look. Ooh, Chris Paul. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
The free throw, perfect. And the lead is up to 7. Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Ooh, Chris Paul. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
This game is so mental. Trust me, some nights you get poor effort defensively, you can't make any shots, then you see the ball go in, boom, switch turned on.
Paul into the front court. They trail by 7. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
Stuffs Stuffs it down with authority. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Chris Paul at the line for 2 shots. He's perfect from the line so far. Misses the first. Missed the second as well. New Orleans going to take it up. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Proud City.
Ball with the basketball. It's an 11-point game.
Got it. Good track, good track.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Here's lesson number 1. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of breakdance move they might hit you with.
Now Adams down low. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
It's going to be a long road back, I'm not going to lie to you. But it's only the first quarter, and that's exactly what you needed. You needed to see the ball go in a couple of times.
And he missed the free throw. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Drew Holiday against Chris Paul. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody will be wilding on the court. Guaranteed.
Paul. Finish that. Ah, the monster stuff. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Paul. Easy path to the rim.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Rises for the slam.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Down the lane. Shot won't fall. Ooh, Chris Paul. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Stuffs it down with authority.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Here's CP3 with the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Paul. Down for Robertson. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Holiday controls the basketball. His guy's up by 15. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And so many players, when they come into the paint, they come in with that soft approach. He didn't come in soft at all. He came in with aggression, and he went through the defender. Through, not around. That's key.
Brandon Ingram at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 65% free throw shooter. Free throws good as they continue to widen their lead. Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. That's rebounded by New Orleans. That's it for the first quarter. The Pelicans own a sizable lead. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Pelicans have the basketball to Holiday. Probing the defense. Holiday to Ball. Shot clock winding down. Gets to the basket and scores.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Now Paul with the basketball. Down a bundle. Taken by the Pelicans.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Holiday. Had a chance, but it's no good.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you're forcing to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket. You're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
The follow won't go either.
One of the best kept secrets in the game, utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air, crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
Ingram matched up with Ferguson. 5 to shoot for the Pelicans. Not going down for him this time.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Big man, Steven Adams. He's 2 for 2 now. The Pelicans will take the timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Drew Holiday picked up by Ferguson. A drive-by ball, but he can't finish. Ferguson. Not that time. Here comes the screen. Ingram guarded by Patterson to Beasley. New Orleans down to 4 on the shot clock. Holiday. And the Thunder with the rebound. Schroeder with the basketball. His guys down big. Ferguson to Schroeder. Nothing going here on that drive. Schroeder. Fires the three. Missed it. Ball into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Drive to the basket, but the shot won't go. Here comes the screen. Ferguson throws it down.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Here comes the screen. Holiday. Paul. Message received. Well defended.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Oklahoma City ball to Schroeder. Nice finish at the rim.
And that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
And a nice finish at the rim.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Paul across the timeline. He'll run the offense. Oh, emphatic slam.
And easy too, get back on defense.
Tough looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw's good. It's a three-point play. This big first half continues. Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Down low, Gallinari. Off the pro hop. Strong footwork.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
Gets it to go, and the foul.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
throw good. A three-point play as they move in front here just before the break. With the rock, it's Chris Paul. To Schroeder. Oh, Dennis Schroeder. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Now pass taken away by the Thunder.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. The Pelicans entered the locker room at halftime with a significant lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the New Orleans Pelicans.
Player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action. Look up.
To Holiday. Drew Holiday. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Paul with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Here comes the screen. Paul to Adams. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Chris Paul trying to cash in on the three-point play. He struggled so far. Whoops, that won't go. Ball with it up top. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw good to cap off the three-point play as they continue to open things up here in the third quarter. Paul trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
Whistle blows. It's an 8-second violation. Paul. And he'll go to the foul line.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Danilo Gallinari. He's got 2 shots coming. A career 86% from the line. Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2.
Oh, yeah, get your money, man. Hey, lock up.
In the slam.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
Just a ball-handling wizard, still putting people under his spell.
Whoa, what a finish. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To Adams. Big man, Steven Adams. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
Old school equals high percentage.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Paul. To the rim, lays it up and in.
This is why I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Short jumper stays out. Paul into the front court. Down a bundle. Has a chance. That's usually one that he'll knock down. Goes to the left side. No, I missed a short one there.
Pick up.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Here comes the screen. Paul. Down low, Gallinari. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Schroeder. That is great vision to set it up. Ferguson slams it down. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
To Ball. Count the basket at the rim.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. His guys down big. Great look and vision. Slams it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Oh, straight down the middle for two.
You know, Ed, people don't understand. Tough shots are practiced every single day. With all these different contraptions out there to contest your shot, guys shoot 500 made shots a day. This is the new norm.
Has a look. Gets a shot up, off the mark, on the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Stuffs it down with authority.
And Ed, here's my offensive theory. More touches, more points. This is a fast-paced league. Either the coaches adapt or you'll be left behind.
Gets a look, can't hit.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
And count the basket.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Slam dunk.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Ball. Stuffs it down with authority.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. To Paul. Down low, Noel. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Knocked loose. Here comes the screen. Well, you can't do that.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. It's Paul for two. Can't connect. Deep three at the buzzer. That'll do it. Third quarter complete. It's been all Pelicans so far. The Thunder have it to start the fourth quarter, and this has not been one of their better performances to this point. They've been out of sorts all afternoon.
And one of the most difficult challenges we have in this life is when we bring our personal life into our workspace. It looks like they were never in the game to begin with.
Big man, Steven Adams. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
But did you see the way he was able to do it, Ed? Did you see him constantly probe the defense by maintaining his dribble? Ultimately, if you keep your eyes on all the other defenders, they will lose track of where the ball is. That's where you slip a quick pass in for an easy dime.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Schroeder. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Count it.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Oh, Dennis Schroeder. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with...
Stuffs it down with authority. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
New Orleans will take it up. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
And count the basket inside.
And the defense keeps sticking to those flare screens. Just don't flare out to the three-point line. Flare to the rim for a lob.
Stuffs it down with authority.
See, these are the type of opportunities the defense doesn't take advantage of. When that guy went up for that dunk, he cradled the ball to gain momentum. As soon as he brings that ball back to you in the cradle, you have to have active hands, get in there, strip that ball away.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Ed, you're allowed 2 steps after you pick the basketball up. Doesn't matter which feet you step with, but 2 counts.
Count it, and the foul. He is going to the line for a free throw.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throw's good. Add 1 more to the total. This game feels out of reach. Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor to Schroeder. Down low, Gallinari. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Add 1 more to his total. Here's Schroeder with it. Looking to make something happen. Wide open look, won't go.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play, was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Drew Holiday at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 78% at the line. Add one more to his total. Here's Paul, controlling the offense. And gets to the basket. Jay, he knew exactly where he was going with it.
Ed, this is like show and tell back in kindergarten. You show the ball, and then you tell him with the easy layup.
Going back to the pre-K days, Jay. Won't go.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
You practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Paul into the front court. He'll run the offense. Now a steal on a very lazy pass there.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Paul, down low Gallinari. He throws it down. Whistle stops play. Timeout New Orleans as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter.
As a player, this doesn't always happen, but it's a beautiful thing when everybody is allowed to be on the same page. You're being efficient with your jump shooting, your passes are crisp, you're listening to the coach on the sideline, and everything is working your way. You have to really appreciate these type of moments in the game of basketball.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. It's Pelicans ball. Drew Holiday picked up by Paul. To Ball. And look out. Big finish at the rim. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Paul over to the right side. Here's a chance from long range. It's no good. Shot's not going down. Off the mark. Not a high percentage shot.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
Lonzo with it. His guys holding the big lead. Lonzo Ball. Not shaken for the early struggles. Maybe this is a sign of things to come.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
To Adams. Off the assist.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Ball. 5 to shoot for the Pelicans. To Ball. For 3. Can't connect. It's no good. Paul. To Schroeder. Down low Adams. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Lonzo controls the offense. Goes to the left side. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's how you defend.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
He shoots. Oh, off the mark. That misses with a second to go. It's the Pelicans who come away with the victory as they win this one in very convincing fashion. For Jay Williams and all our crew.
The Pelicans were solid in today's victory. That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.